Merry Christmas, Aquarius! I'm Lucy Ravenstone and welcome to my channel. It's December, guys, and we're outside with my Christmas lights. In some of my readings, I am inside near my Christmas tree, but I have a toddler and I'm really struggling to get these recorded, so we are outside and hopefully he will stay asleep. So here we are. Merry Christmas! I love December, not only because it's Christmas and it's festive and it's time to celebrate, it's time to give and receive and all the fun stuff, but I love this time of year because it's all about transitions. You know, we are reflecting on the year we've had, we think back of everything we've been through, and we start making resolutions for New Year. So this is a time when we actually focus on ourselves without even really acknowledging. I mean, we acknowledge it, but it's just automatic this time of year. So I kind of love that. I think like everybody does it. It's not just those who are on top of it. It's all of us kind of do it. So I kind of love that kind of feel. It is a time where we allow ourselves to let loose as well. And I feel like that allows that kind of awareness to come to the surface when we actually let our hair down. So yeah, love this time of year. So let's just hop into it. I am using 2 decks and a layout which I just made up. I am like that. I am just drawn to doing things and I do things my own way, and I read cards the way I read them. And I kind of feel like that's how you should do it, you know, use your intuition and do what works for you. So anyway, let's begin. I will explain as I go, I guess, what it means. This has been a really good kind of layout to use for all these readings. I'm actually quite happy. That's how I kind of like it. The universe works in such weird and wonderful ways. And I love to see that. Like, it makes my life. Okay, so I'm alternating between the Energy Oracle and my Archangel Michael. That had to jump out for you, apparently. Interesting. I love that one. I don't think I've had that one pop up for me before. Sorry, I was a bit uncertain with that card. Interesting. And then I'm alternating again between the two of them. The cards are kind of just feeling like, you know, I need you. Come out. You need me. Put me down. And we have some reverse. So with my Archangel Michael reversed, they basically mean pay attention. So we have a whole column of reversed here for you. It is I kind of, as I'm shuffling, I'm getting kind of I can't really explain the feeling. There's one in here somewhere. That one. I kind of get a feeling that is unsure on whether you're making the right decision, I would say, maybe. I'm going to put that one with that. It felt like they needed to be together. Which is kind of funny because those two cards totally are kind of a solution or a direction from what I just said. I'll touch on it more later, but we have basically let go of fear and move forward with confidence. That is in the future position of, and for you I feel like already, which is the first reading I've done where I've known the column, what this represents until I've got to it. I feel like in order to move forward, this is your guidance, at least for those top 2 as well. Okay, so let's see what's in store for you, Aquarius. So we have explore your options. I feel like I have this feeling that there is kind of a decision you're making that might be I'm not sure like the word to say because it's not taboo as such, but I feel like it might be something you should think on before you take a leap. And explore your option kind of does mean that. It means that there are options ahead of you and it might not necessarily be the option that you you know, the direction you're thinking you're going to take, and it's kind of like slow down, assess your options, and move forward. So I thought I saw all my kids in the window then. It's a bit creepy. They're in bed. And that kind of as well, the next one is use your imagination and you'll see the answer. I feel like the way you're looking at things is very 2D and that you should be looking at things with a little more imagination in the sense of assess your options and think outside the box with this. Think, are there other ways of doing it that might make everybody happy? Because I feel like that's the thing here. It's like there's another way of looking at something or another way of doing depending on your situation. And the guidance is kind of take your time and just, you know, in some ways kind of wait to see what happens as well with that. And we have write about your thoughts and feelings. So again, there is a kind of halt here, like you're being told to step back, write about your thoughts and feelings, and that card is very basically get your thoughts out. And I feel like that's the thing here, is like that you think you know your mind, and you think, you know, I'm right, and this is it. So that's the situation you're going with. And I feel like this is sort of saying, like, actually, can you have a think about this, and can you actually check in with your thoughts and feelings? Like, is that what you want? Is that for the best? That kind of vibe with that column. Now with the other readings, these kind of are in alignment with each other, and so are these. Like, it's kind of like one column, but with the two different decks. That's how it's kind of worked out, very parallel. So interestingly, this one really stood out to me as it came out. It was Angel of Strength. Now I feel like this is reversed, and I feel like there is a strength here, but it's kind of like I feel like I want to say that it's now time to kind of activate a strength. I feel like maybe you're trying to take a kind of the easy option out, and their guidance with this is to not do that. Again, like assessing your options, this is in alignment with explore your options. I feel like to tell you to not take the easy way out, and to think on other ways, like maybe kind of build up that courage, or activate. It's like a fire of strength. It's kind of like get it, use it, and let's do what's in our best interest. That kind of vibe of activating your strength. So this card has a lion on it, and I think that's what's really drawing me in. An angel, and she has a lion. It's very much like tarot, the energy card. So this to me is like the strength card. I feel like she's in reverse. I feel like for you, there's a strength that you need to bring to the surface, and maybe take a stronger route, because I feel like it's like, again, an easy option. So is sometimes we see easy as weak, and that's how I'm visualizing this. I'm not saying easy options are always that you're weak or anything like that. I'm just saying that in the scheme of things, this feels like you are taking a weaker option because that's easier, and you're being asked to, you know, ignite that strength within you, and perhaps think of other options available to you. I hope that makes sense for you, Aquarius. Okay, so the next is storm warning. So things are not going to be easy, and I feel like that's the strength here, is why you need the strength. It's like things are not going to be easy. Life is not easy. We're not meant to just, you know, toddle on with all these easy options and be all boring and things. There are going to be trials, and they're going to be tests. Things are going to be hard, but you have that strength in you to overcome that. But it is kind of a little warning. This card, sorry, my throat. I feel like this card it comes up to sort of say, don't expect smooth sailing, but it's not a bad card. It's kind of, to me, it's like the Tower card, and when the Tower card appears, like, everyone goes, oh my god, it's the Tower card, things are going to be so rough, and it's like, not necessarily. It's just saying that your foundations need breaking down, and that's going to happen. And this could mean that actually, so the way you think things are going and taking that easy route, it's just, you know, things are going to break down anyway, so be prepared for that. The card that comes after that one, so in alignment with write about your thoughts and feelings, we have second chakra, Archangel Ariel. So this is very much gut instinct. It's kind of, to me, so in reverse, this one I would sort of say that you're not going with your gut. So I don't know, like, to me, I feel like that's kind of a vibe here, but it's like, I'm just trying to figure out what this is, what it's saying to me in my head, because it kind of feels like it's trusting in your gut, but I feel like you are doing that anyway, which is why you are being kind of rash. So I feel like it's more of in trusting your gut to bring that strength forward in that kind of sense. She is holding, yeah, she's holding it in one hand, and another arm is down, I believe. So it's really hard to see in this light when I pick them up. And I feel like that's it. Like, the strength is in one hand, but you're allowing this other hand to make the decisions. That's kind of how I visualize it, sort of thing. So it is trusting in your gut, and I feel like you know that taking the easy route is not hard. But I also feel like through this storm, to trust in your gut as well, because we are moving, we're taking moments. And this write about your thoughts and feelings and trusting in your gut, to me, those two together, it's listen to yourself, pay attention, and actually think about what you're feeling first. I feel like a decision that you're thinking of making, or a route you're taking, obviously Aquarius, everyone's life's going to be different, so some of you will be a situation, others it may be you know, options and things. So I feel like that you are not perhaps actually going with what feels truly authentic to yourself as well. So bear that in mind. Decide to be happy now is reversed, so pay attention, really pay attention. Like, happiness begins when we say it does, and when we say, oh, after Christmas we're going to be happy, or after this time, and we look to the future for this happiness and for this contentness, and we actually put ourselves to the side and we decide that we're not going to live right now, and we're just going to wait for that life to happen. This card is sort of saying, like, no, decide to be happy now. I feel like decisions need to be made for you to create the world that you would like. And I feel like this is what I mean about write about your thoughts and feelings, actually, and being in alignment with that. It's like, I feel like I want to say that how you're living at the moment isn't in full authentic alignment with who you are, because of whatever reasons it's got you to this place. So you're kind of just not allowing yourself to be who you want to be, to express yourself, to actually make decisions that's going to better yourself. I feel like it's actually, again, like the easy routes, sometimes it's because we are stuck in a certain way. So my hair is blowing in the wind, it's itching my face. So this is choosing you and deciding to be happy now is just, stepping up for yourself and honoring yourself and being authentic. God is in charge, so the way things are going is meant to happen. Kind of like with this, when you have the storm warning, which is in that column as well, if you were to go horizontally, God is in charge is like, this is meant to happen for a reason, so pay attention to that. It is reversed, so pay attention. All of this column is paying attention. And actually I want to say the last card is your children are watched over by angels. So I get a sense for some of you, perhaps one or two of you, that this is family orientated. It is to sort of say, things are going the way they're supposed to. Everything will be fine. Everyone will be okay. If you have children, this card is specifically that they will be okay during this, not to worry. In the larger scheme of things, that they are protected. This also can come under, for those of you who don't have children or worries with family, this also can be an enlightening card, that this is leading you to an enlightenment within yourself as well. Okay, so in alignment with that energy cards, decide to be happy now. We have rest and rejuvenation, so take that time to do what's the best for you. That's horizontally, you are being told to take your time, rest and rejuvenate, decide to be happy now. So I feel like it is a nurturing time for you as well. And again, not to rush into anything. There's no need. Enjoy the moment is kind of the vibe with that. Enjoy this moment right now. So a man holding a coin, he is reversed. I feel like this is a time to be giving and not be expecting to receive. This is a time for you to be kind of sympathetic or compassionate of others. I feel like you are the man that needs to be holding the coin. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you are this the man, like caveman times or whatever, you're the one that would go out and get the food to provide for your family. I feel like that's the thing here, is you need to be the nurturer and compassionate, and this is for yourself as well, but also for your friends, your loved ones. I feel like you could be the life of the party during this time, or the shoulder to cry on. I really feel like that actually would be healing for yourself as well. I think sometimes, I know for myself, like when I do my readings, that actually helps me, that enlightens me, that makes me feel like I am doing good, I'm helping others, and I also help myself while I'm doing it, because the advice I give, I'm like, TikTok, like ding dong even, that's what I needed to be telling myself, and that happens to me all the time. You get those epiphany moments, and I feel like that could be really helpful for you as well, to just spend time with others and not expect to receive, just be in that giving, and that attracts the receiving too. Like, you're not going to go without. That will put you in a healthy position for you to be open to accept what you're giving out as well. That's kind of how manifestation works. Sorry, I really need a drink, but I've got a big bottle and I don't really fancy drinking that while I'm on screen with you. I should have brought my water. So yeah, healers of the ages, it is reversed. I feel like there's healing here for you. I do feel like, again, it's time for you to take that time to do what you need to heal. As from November, we had the health card come through, and I really feel like obviously that's gonna still be in play, and I feel like this is that nurturing time for you to make sure you are nurturing and taking care, you are getting the help you need. I really feel like some of you might be not doing that, especially from the reading I did. I can kind of remember Aquarius, and I feel like you were vulnerable and you were kind of putting it to the back of your mind, and I feel like that's still a thing, but this is now a time for you to rest up and ensure that you are getting the help and care that you need. And that's what I want to say with this. I really feel like that can be beneficial to you, and from a loving place as well, that will allow you to love and let people in by you doing this for yourself and allowing others to care for you as well. So as we said, this is the final card. I feel like it is moving forward for you. This is your guidance in order to move forward into the future, and then going into the future position. Let go of fear, and move that card. Have confidence. Have confidence is in reverse, and let go of fear is upright. So pay attention to have confidence. Both of these cards are you're on the right path cards. Both of these cards are things are going the way that they should. They are basically to drop all worries, all stresses, that you've got this. I can see him gazing into the future. I feel like there's worries regarding the future, and just you're being told to stop worrying about that. Again, deciding to be happy now, and that's living in the moment and not just looking towards the future with concerns, worries, and not knowing where you're going. Like, this time is full of those kind of worries, and if we allowed ourselves to stay in that situation despite what our restrictions are, then we are just not, we're existing, kinda, you know what I mean? Like, we can't do that. No matter what restrictions other people put upon us, we still need to find our place within our lives to ensure that we are living a fulfilling life no matter what. Highly, 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 like, massive, major. That's what we all should be doing right now. Okay, the thinking woman reverse. So this is not a time for you to be all hot-headed and wise and I know what's right. I really feel like this is a time for you to accept guidance elsewhere and perhaps take a step down from that I'm right, you're wrong attitude. I feel like there may be some indecisions, or if you do rush into something, I feel like you're going to make a wrong decision. It's going to create a storm for you. So I want you to really pause first for this, because that is really coming through for you to just not rush into anything, and to take time, assess the options. There's no need to rush anything. I always feel like sometimes we rush into something, and I know I'm all about this as well myself, because you have a whim and you just go for it. You're like, you know what, I'm risking everything. But sometimes that can actually be damaging, because it can close doors elsewhere as well. Sometimes if we just take a step back and wait, that is still going to be there. This option that we wanted is going to be there, unless there's a deadline, which there very rarely is a deadline unless it's a career, that's going to stop you from having what you want, even if it means you might have to take a different route to get there. So keep that in mind. So the last card is the Temple Path. So this, to me, it was like flowing towards the future, I missed a card. Make a commitment is in reverse, so pay attention. So you do need to make a decision. I do feel like, so we had the thinking woman in reverse, so it's kind of like, don't be hot-headed, don't be rash, and that kind of vibe. So this is then saying to make a commitment. So I feel like these are steps down. We have the steps from that to then making a commitment. I feel like there's something that you are going to have to come to terms with and make a decision on, and that is coming after all of this ahead of you. You are gonna then have that commitment. I feel like it's going to open doors for you where you're going to actually see clearly, so that you are able to make a commitment. I feel like this actually could be an alternate path that you have in mind currently, that you think it's going to be this way, and you're going to make a commitment that might be actually better for you. I definitely feel that that's the case for many of you, Aquarius. So this last card, we have the Temple Path in reverse. So I kind of feel like what you have is in front of you, it's surrounding you, it's loving. And then I feel like, so in reverse, I'll show you in a moment. So if it was upright, you're walking through the garden and you go up some steps to the temple. So I feel like you are in the temple at the moment. So perhaps this is your body is the temple, and you need to take these steps and venture out. So I feel like this is you coming out from within yourself in order to reach the garden, where it's fertile, it's full of abundance, it's full of joy, you can breathe clearly, you're having that refreshingness. I feel like that's what this card represents for you, is you coming out of yourself and allowing yourself to be vulnerable in order to nurture and nourish. So with this card, what popped into my head is get out. So if you are able to go on walks, relax, do something within nature, sit outside in your garden like I'm doing right now, like just having that breeze here right now, the coolness of the air after having been in a hot stuffy house. Like, this is just healthy for me, it's good for me. It makes me feel more, relaxed and things for the evening, and that's what nature does for us. So I feel like that's something that could be really helpful. I mean, it's summer if you're in Australia, and yes, there's going to be restrictions in place, but your garden is always there, you know what I mean? Just make the most of what we've got. Nature is a free place. So yeah, enjoy yourself. Yeah, so moving forward, that card is amazing. You are hopefully going to come into that temple place, into that temple garden, and you're going to see abundance and flourishing. That's what I see in store for you. So don't rush into it. You're going to get there. Okay? Thank you very much, Aquarius. So please like and subscribe to my page. All subscriptions is helping me massively at the moment in order to, know that this venture is worthwhile. I really feel like when you make up a YouTube channel, you're kind of like, oh, shall I, shan't I? And I finally took the plunge. I will be doing some competitions on Instagram. And that's basically, I like giving around December anyway, and I figured we'll boost the page so that we can get our subscribers at the same time as being able to give for Christmas. So there will be free readings and chances for things like that available to you on Instagram. The links are below. Thank you very much, Aquarius. Merry Christmas, and I hope it's a good one for you.